Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi, and today we are April 26th, one day before the maximum impact of the current Uranic SOS of the world deadly window. And it's obvious, it's already in action if you look the type of shocking, surprising news going on. The title of this associated newsletter is California Earthquakes Exotic Surprise and Shocking News Ahead. All right. And for that occasion, of course, I wear my UFO t-shirt. I like it. It's weird. It's like me. You vibrate like an Aquarius ahead of time. There's a lot of incredible things to say. Remember, incredible experiences with incredible people that have incredible cosmic wisdom to share. So, in relationship to the big one, where is it going to take place? In LA, San Francisco, Yellowstone. There's so many earthquakes prone area. Would it be in Japan? Well, knowing that Japan is directly under the jurisdiction of this Uranic window, surprise, we didn't have a big one just yet. But hey, maximum energy is tomorrow, so we're going to see what happens. We already know that this window has produced an earthquake. It already did. It produced a 6.1 in the Philippines and a 6.5 in the Arctic Ridge. So this energy is definitely in action, but I'm expecting more, of course. So the question is, who should you ask? NASA, USGS, the Seismologist Institute in Pasadena? These are the people you should ask. When is it going to be the big one? When is it going to hit? Be sure they're not going to give you the answer because they don't even have the timing. I do. And I've been proving it over and over again in all my radio and TV shows. They don't. So, and you'll be amazed how many of these guys are reading my work in the dark secret of their privacy little bedroom. Jesus, amazing how those guys should just, dig a little bit more deeper into forensic astrology. And, if we could find out the activity of the fault, I have the timing, we could find the location. But as mentioned many times before, those guys would rather be caught dead than to deal with a little astrology. So for now, what I'm going to do, tell you what, I'm going to generate a little ebook. It's going to be called California Earthquake Exotics. Okay, I'm going to make it very affordable, and I'm going to point out the next 12 months most intense SOS to the world window. Okay, so be sure if there is a big, huge, nasty earthquake or Yellowstone went up, it'll be during my SOS to the world windows. The past has proven me accurate so far. So if you know me, if you keep watching my work, pay attention to all the dates, or listen to my radio show, you know that when I give you a date, it usually happens, okay? So that's the reality. So once I'm done with this California Earthquake Exodus date, I will make it available as a little ebook, make it very available because you're talking about people's life, So this doesn't mean in many ways that if there is a big earthquake, you're going to die. A lot of people will die. That's a given. But there are ways to knowing when and what to do and not to do. It'll be part of some of the education that I'm going to offer you, some tips. I'm going to offer you delegating with earthquakes, tornado or volcano. All right, so this being said, excuse me, I went to a Coast to Coast website. They finally, a little bit late, but they did it. they put the date of the 20th, where I want to be ready for, of course, terrorist attack. And we had 300 people sudden after lost their life and counting in Sri Lanka. A bunch of terrorists, religious war. I'm not going to repeat myself. You probably heard my video yesterday. So it's all a religious war, all stimulated by the reptilians. They need chaos and death and drama. We already know that. Another terrorist attack that happened during the same timing is, of course, the Notre Dame in Paris. Accidental fire. Jesus. The stars don't lie. They bypass all bullshit, excuse my French. And that's what it is. I'm telling you. So I have the link in the newsletter where you can go and read. If you did not hear the show, at least you can read the date. You can read my warning, and I give the date of the 20th for a deadly plutonic window, death and drama. Be careful on those dates. It's all on the George website from coast to coast, including, of course, the pictures of Jericho, the phenomenal progressive extraterrestrials that I'm channeling every single day for you. Excuse me. Yes, there will be definitely a little bit of psychic reading later. I do have tons of them, so just go along and pick whatever is in there. But for now, let's talk about some of the news. The quatrain for today is very clear. The date is the 27th, so tomorrow. Okay. Entrail, upset, speed above. That's clearly a volcano. All right. And guess what? The Bromo volcano, okay, is producing a lot of ash plumes that rose up all the way to 10,000 feet. So there is already the volcanic energy, and it's part of the keywords. Red fire, water, wind, to dance. I mean, what else could that mean? If not the cyclone Kenneth that hit Mozambique, killed so many people and displaced so many people. I mean, how can you not associate the quatrain? When I say red, fire, wind, water to dance, we're talking about huge clouds generating a lot of lightning and then a lot of water and all the poor human under there suffering and dying. And all stimulated by the reptilians who are aware of those cosmic winds and use and abuse them. And it's intensifying. So they're winning the battle. Star Command, shock, science again. All the scientists are going to scratch their big head when my predictions of earthquakes or God knows what cosmic news happen in the next day or so. Calm deception to strike. I mean, if that is not a warning for an earthquake, I don't know. Now, you need to keep in mind, okay, that this shocking news, you're not immune to the stars. And so me. I'm not immune to the stars. In fact, this morning, I had a really bad surprise. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it pisses me off big time. And then I knew it, and I said, oh, gosh, I'm going to have a bad surprise. And it happened. Okay. There's no reason for me to share that with you, but it's going to be a little bit costly. But hey, this is like, now be aware. If Dr. Turi starts, you know better or less than me. You're not immune to the stars, so pay attention to what's going to happen to you. Okay? Pay attention to what people are saying. They're going to come all pissed off or this and that, and surprise, shocking news. It's all over. I mean, this window also mentioned television. I don't know how many of you are watching CNN, but Chris Cuomo's daughter crashed the set last night on TV. That little girl went berserk, and her dad was so embarrassed. And I don't know, millions of people are watching. He wanted to be nice and introduce his little girl on TV, but he may be a very smart, educated man, but he has no freaking clue of how the stars manipulated by the reptilians got its little girl to behave like a monkey on TV. call it a surprise. It doesn't happen all the time. It usually involves kids that behave like kids, but a little bit more than kids during those specific windows. So here we have weird behavior on television. Mr. Cuomo was shocked. It's so too easy for me. It really is. People don't say it. It's insane. It's so obvious. Excuse me. My allergy is still bugging me. All right. Now, what else? A student accepted into 115 colleges, and she's offered 3.7 million scholarship. Now, if that is not shocking, I don't know what shocking is. It doesn't happen every day, all right? But, you know, it's important also to remember there's a big, huge difference between education, the codification of thought, books, intelligence, gift, or a genius. You know, there are people out there that have such an incredible memory. They are able to regurgitate books, and because of that incredible memory, they classified as geniuses. No. Let me give you an example. Let's take a little battle between me and a parrot. Okay, let's go on national TV. We got a parrot out there that can remember every single word printed in the Bible. And then you've got Dr. Turi, which I don't remember. Sometimes I want a telephone number or the face or the name of somebody I met 2 minutes away, because my UCI, my unique celestial identity, is extraordinarily objective. I don't get lost in the universe, but I get lost in the stupidity of the book. So I goes that parrot, you know. The parrot in 2 hours has read the Bible, and there he goes, blah, 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 blah. He repeats what the book said. And of course, the parrot's gonna be classified as a genius, and Dr. Turi is an idiot because I have no freaking memory. So there are people that are born that way. And I've seen it with a mechanic that came in my house to fix my Benz the other day. I was amazed, and I said to him, oh my gosh, where do you remember to put all these bolts? He says, I know exactly where each bolt is and where it goes. It's just like, I don't know how. Of course, it was an Aquarius Dragon's tail, part of the geniuses, weird human being out there that make a good use of their gift and their memory. So I was amazed because he was pulling something out of the computer, and he was putting there, and then he was putting there, and this there, and this there, miles away from me. He said, man, I would put everything and write everything down if I was doing this. Not him. So the message is clear, okay? Because a person is accepted in 115 colleges and offered $3.7 million in scholarship doesn't make that person intelligent, but very, 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 very educated, because now you have a professional student that swallows book and is able to regurgitate the books. The people who wrote the books are a little bit more clever, very more intelligent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so that's why I always say there's a big difference between education and intelligence. They kicked me out of school. I was only 14 years old. Now I'm teaching who's who in America. I'm doing things that people who have spent years and years in college could never do. And so are you. You have the gift. I understand my UCI. I'm cosmic conscious, so I can make the most out of the gift that God gave me. Maybe you should dig into your own and find out, especially if you're not happy or if you don't feel productive. Hey, it's all about being curious and smart. Again, sorry about that. What else? Shocking. Well, your president. He said he would be beaten easily, and he takes a swipe at the former VP's age. Trump is so infected mentally, it's insane. Whatever comes in his head is all through his mouth. That's the last thing any politician should do, and this guy is in charge of the United States and the world. Oh my God. I don't know. If people like president or some of the people I don't know are famous, Jesus, I miss my vacation. It's crazy what's going on out there. Okay, it's a political game. But why would you trust somebody and try to hurt his integrity? I'm young, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, I'm healthy. This is an old clown over there that's going to die next week. That's what he was saying. He behaved erratically, eccentrically because of reptilians got his head and using the stars. All right, what else is he going to do in the next couple of days? That's going to be shocking. All right, now they said that we have, oh, that's terrible. I just saw that in the news. A horrific accident in Denver. This guy was driving a rig. I know I was a OTR driver. I know how dangerous it is. And then he just decided to go, not even use his brake. It's not even an accident. He went purposely right inside the back of those cars that was waiting for the light to turn. And these people didn't know. They got a big, huge, shocking surprise. Usually this type of energy also produce explosions. And that's why you have tornado. That's why you have volcano eruption and earthquake. This energy was the sudden release of energy, exactly what I say of George Norrie. And in my latest, excuse me, my latest radio show, A Life in a Hologram, when I gave those dates weeks before that happened. Now, there are people out there that are very, very depressed. It's frightening. It's frightening to think you're on the highway. You're taking your kids to school. You're going shopping. You're going anywhere, running some errand. And this guy decides that he wants to end his life, and he decides to drive right into you. It happened, but this one did it from the back. There you go. This doesn't happen every single day. It's unique. It is happening because of the shocking energy. This guy was depressed, was using illegal drugs. Next thing you know, goes the reptilians. They knew that he was under one of his negative cosmic biorhythm. He was very, very susceptible, very, very vulnerable. It took over his body, his mind, and soul, and made him drive into this innocent people that was there waiting for the light to turn and kill everybody. It's sad. It's sad. All right, this window also mentioned anything and everything that has to do with technology and aeronautics. A pilot who flew mission over Libya tells what it feels like to fly a B-2 stealth bomber. Remember, this unique window rules anything and everything that has to do with shocking news, television, children, technology, aeronautics, earthquakes. So, it's just the news before the news. That's all I'm doing here. I'm visiting tomorrow and bring it back. And I could do it forever. And when George asked me, how far can you go into the future, Dr. Turi? I said, I can go into the future a million years ahead of me. It's easy. The celestial pattern is coming back. I mean, the news repeat themselves. They repeat themselves because those windows are, going by every 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days. And the effect can last a week, 2 weeks, depend. And I know when those specific energies that produce death or drama or shocking news or the beginning or ending of important phases of life, I know when those cosmic winds are in place and how they're going to affect the future, like Nostradamus used to do. And you can do the same. Take my course. You know what? As I told you before, one of my psychiatric students says, Dr. Turi, have learned more in your week home course than 7 years in college, in an accredited college university. What an honor. Didn't get to my head, but it's actually the proof that I know what I'm doing. Now, this energy also produces anything that is extraordinarily new. Okay, so we just talk about this B-2 stealth bomber, which is the latest technology, and it was also the very old discovery of the very old. And there you go again. 400 years old Bible was returned after 8 million iced Okay, so I tell you that whatever is written in this Bible will never even get close to what I know or what I can teach you, because what's written in this Bible came out of the brain of religious man's folly, and there is nothing for you whatsoever but a mean to control you, a mean to induce fears, because it's all written and induced and created by the reptilians that spread this like a cancer all over the world. And the result is, again, 300 people who just died because, the Muslims don't like the Christians. I want to be very objective. Okay, there's much more behind what the system, the corporated Vatican, and all religions wants you to know. It's all written in light, in the stars, and reflect the magnificent dignity of God, cosmic divinity. That's all there is. It took me 69 years to gather that information, though. Okay, so, another one. Mystery tomb discovered in Egypt. Again, another discovery. Very old, very new. It looks like if these people are like NASA, they discover a new planet every single day, a new black hole every single day, knowing that there is billions of planets, billions of black holes. So, it's just a way for them to keep your curiosity, to make sure they entertain you, they educate you, but at the same time, they get your money. And the last one that I picked for today was Princess Diana rejected the original royal baby names. Book claim. Well, it is true. Princess Diana was born a Cancer, home, family, children, emotional, sensitive. And she was born also with the tail of the dragon in Aquarius. The head was in Leo, meaning she attracted the king, the queen, the fame, the stage. She naturally magnetized that energy, and she was born into that highly privileged select royal family. But the tail of the dragon, Aquarius, is humanitarian. It's like, I hate the king, I hate the queen. I'm a normal person. I want to send my kids to normal school and stop at McDonald's. I don't want to be a queen. I don't like all this mess thing. I want to be free. I don't need to tell everybody where I'm going. Very private. So, and Aquarius was the sudden release of energy. And how did she die? She exploded in a car accident, literally exploded. We could not recognize a Mercedes. And where did she die? In France, which is ruled and controlled by Leo, the king. What happened? Well, if you have to look at the killer. Who killed her? Prince Charles. He's a Scorpio. Okay. November, December, January, February, March, the fifth house is the seat of attraction between you and me. So now let's look at Princess Diana. She was born in July, August, September, October, November. Okay, that's the fifth house of love and romance of the king, Prince Charles. Excuse me, he's not king yet. He won't be king. His mother doesn't want to die. She'll never die. Capricorn country people never die over there. Capricorn was old age. So when you look at it, the tail of the dragon, the Prince Charles in Scorpio, is right in the fifth house of love and romance of Princess Diana. So Scorpio rules anything and everything with revenge and death and drama. They need order, the killing. But he is the prince. He get away with murder, like O.J. Simpson, who happened to be also a criminal. So what I'm trying to tell you here, there is no accident for the princess to have become a princess and to die in such an explosive way, because Aquarius dragon's tail means a violent death. Sometimes, as explained in my good friend that I met, Daniel Brinkley in Vegas, he had the house of death in Aquarius, and he suffered a shock, a very shocking lightning that disturbed his ticker. I don't know if you watched the video that I made yesterday, but it explained a few things, and I hope he did watch it and understand a little bit more why he is prone to lightning accident. And as I said, the same nasty energy was trying to kill him by discharging so much electricity, he's also saving his butt, because this is how they resuscitate him with electrical shock. So that is an interesting way at looking at the news through the stars. So it's different. Yeah. Millions of people last night was watching Chris Cuomo's face being shocked, being weird, being, I wouldn't say upset, but definitely shocked by the behavior of his little girl, who behaved like a monkey on national TV. This is the last thing that you should do. But it's a way for me, using those YouTube video, to explain what makes the news and what people behave like robots and why they do behave like robots, particularly children, which are very vulnerable. All right, let's look at some of these reading here, because I got so many. All right, let's look at this one. I want to know, will I ever be rich? That's from Tiana. I only say the name, I don't give the date of birth, okay? Will I meet James Maslow, Sammy Lee Bush, Trey Songz, Mario Bennett, Lee Wayne, Nick Jonah, Kendall Smith, Romero Miller? I only know Justin Bieber. I know, and she's asking if she's gonna meet Justin Bieber. Now you can see a young soul right there. Does not understand that unless you have the stars, you're going to end up being insane like Justin Bieber, or hanging yourself because you lost your life, your privacy. You're not born under the sign of Leo, which can handle fame. Will I get a reborn baby doll? This has to be a kid to ask me such a silly question. My name is Diana Jean-Pierre, and I was born in 1987, that I can say. First of all, he was born April 27. So the good news about you, okay, Diana, is that being born in May, your soul's purpose is to establish emotional, financial, and spiritual stability. This is why you're asking me if you will ever be rich. It is part of your soul's purpose to be rich. Remember, Taurus, the bull, the bank, money. One of my previous videos, I talk about the sign of Taurus, the financial district in New York, where they use a big, huge bull. So that is your soul's purpose. So being concerned is a good thing. However, you know, your head of the dragon is Pisces, exactly like Bieber. Yeah, and see what happened to Bieber. He's an artist, music, acting, dancing, so you feel that you have the same value, the same power. However, Pisces is a very shy, very retired sign. And even though that he has a lot of talent, all this energy does not match a Pisces head. It's affect his health, not only his physical health, because he has to be in New York today, tomorrow in Japan. After that, it's going to fly directly to Australia. Put a lot of stress in your body, in your mind, and your soul. If he's tired, he has to take pills to be able to do those shows, because he has a contract. If he misses it, he loses the money, go to jail. He's got a contract. He doesn't own his life anymore. And if he's too tired, then he has to take pills to move on. And if he can't sleep, then he has to take tablet to sleep. And that's why he's losing it right now. So you will be rich if you work hard. I would strongly recommend you to get involved in technology, because that is your 10th house of career. You could also do well, of course, in organization, natural health, real estate. There's a lot of money for you to make it, and you're so young. So indeed, yes, but your obsession with fame, with such a dragon, will cost you greatly in the long run. When you become my age, when you get my age, maybe 69, you'll understand me a little bit more, but you got a long way to go, my friend. All right, so yes, you'll be rich. Taurus can only be rich. Okay, my name is Daniel, first name. I've heard Dr. Turi on Coast to Coast. I'm interested in his offer for a free mini reading. I'm joining this YouTube. Okay, I look forward to this. My question is, I have a private placement investment in a precious metal mining processing company called Nicochem for almost 10 years now. And I have great hopes that this will eventually return a nice retirement income to me. Will this happen? And if so, how soon? Well, we're talking about retirement here. Daniel, retirement doesn't happen overnight. But however, you're born in 1956. So the retirement age is right there, or close. And you were born in June. That's an interesting thing. But let me tell you, born in June, your second house of money is Cancer. Like Trump. President Trump was born in June. See how much money he made with real estate, hotels, restaurant, food, commodity. So I would suggest you to keep whatever you have going. But if I were you, I would take all that money out and then invest it in the sign of Cancer. Okay? Commodity, food, hotels, restaurant, that's where you get a real fat paycheck. It's part of your abilities. You also were born with the head of the dragon in Aquarius, so investment in foreign ground in Mexico would definitely be a super deal in your case. You have the same dragon as a President Trump. That's why, he's all over the world. But he has the tail inside the Sagittarius, and that makes him very unlucky with foreigners and foreign affairs and religion. You have the head. So maybe you should have been the president. All right. What I suggest you to do, of course, is to apply to the universal laws of the moon. That I cannot teach you today. There is a very specific rules that apply to you. And again, being born in June, you have many, two lives in one. You may even look younger than your age. So you have great option to do very well. And like all of those born in June, you like things that are hidden, that are secret, under the ground, mining, God knows what. And a lot of people born in June are natural nurses and communicator, writers, photographers. There's a lot to say about you, my friend, but I would have to dig much deeper. So as far as I'm concerned, your investment is fine, but I would have chosen a different one knowing what I know. Okay, good luck to you. Okay, now this one is Vincent. He's deaf. Again, Dr. Turi, my question is, will I be going to India for 6 months every year? You were born in February, my friend. I mean, Aquarius travels the world physically or spiritually or technology speaking. I mean, right now all over the world, there's a lot of people are watching those videos. So the reason is, why do you want to go to India? What type of business do you have out there? Is it something that is related to religion? Then you're on the wrong track, because Aquarius is supposed to go into the universal mind and uncover the face and the tools of God, put it in the jar, and the water pouring out of the jar as a sign of Aquarius is me. I'm an Aquarius, born in February, feeding the world, giving a lot of water, spiritual wisdom to a very thirsty world. So you never told me why you want to go out there to India. I'll just give you my tip, knowing that you were born with the tail of the dragon in Pisces. In many of your past lives, you were a monk. Then there is no future in your past. Think about it. All right, now there is much more, but hey, that's what I'm going to get today for you guys. One more time, I really appreciate you watching my work here on YouTube. Talk about it. Remember, a bunch of people are reporting me on Facebook. Those infected idiots, religious fanatics, atheists, they hate my God. They hate what I have. They're envious, they're jealous, they're stupid, they are subhumans. You are superhuman. So do your part. Be part of the solution here. Be honest. Be real like I am. And then help me pass on my message, because I'm stuck without you. Hey, talk to you again. Maybe I go fishing today, but I had this bad surprise. I hate it. I got to make some plan now. Talk to you tomorrow, God willing. God bless you guys. Bye-bye, America.